Good morning. It's Friday, April 4th, 2025. My name is Zena, and I'll be giving you today's school news. For students interested in taking AP Seminar with Mr. Thorsby, your meeting will take place today, April 4th, in B207 right after school. Tomorrow, Saturday, April 5th, Fordson will host a community volleyball tournament between prominent community members from Dearborn and Dearborn Heights. This event will be in memory of Haj Ibrahim Jus Beydoun. The proceeds of this event will go to Fordson Cares. Dual enrollment students. Representatives from HFC will be in the library today from 11 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. to help students choose their dual enrollment classes for fall 2025. You may only go to the library during your lunch period, or if you do not have a class, fourth hour. Yearbooks are on sale for $100 while supplies last. There are 80 left. You can buy in C203 with cash or online at yearbookforever.com. Now through April 10th, there will be an SAT prep course every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 2:55 p.m. to 3:55 p.m. in room 8212. For more details or questions, please reach out to Mrs. Isa. Stay tuned for ads and flyers and a district shout out to the FHS senior artists, Katie Hetherington and Sunan Al-Jawad. Thank you, everyone. See you Monday.
Hi, Fordson. This is Miss Tabor, 9th grade English teacher. And Fordson 9th graders read every day for 10 minutes and in their spare time at home. This year, they've become curious readers who know what books they love and authors that they love. And some of our 9th graders completed these amazing projects, and I want to show you some of them here displayed in the library for you to come look at. Some of them created a book in a bag where they imagined what a character would carry in their book, in their bag, or their locker. And some of them just made their own designs, like paper mache pigs and clay mock-ups of courtrooms, or board games. So come take a look at them. Please don't touch, but look. Thanks.
My name is Katie Hetherington. I usually gravitate towards in my materials acrylic. I also like paint markers. Acrylic I think I can manipulate easier than watercolor. Watercolor is more free-flowing, and that's why I like to gravitate more towards heavy bodies and acrylics. I spend about 35 hours weekly doing my art and spending a lot of time on it. Acrylic, you have to take time to dry it and layer it. So most of it is just straight painting and sketching. So I always have my sketchbook with me. I carry it with me in my backpack. I have like a bag I'll take it with me when I go anywhere, really, because sometimes I'll see something out in the world that I just have to draw. I like darker themes. Like I like to explore really what most people have a hard time thinking about or looking at or understanding in themselves. I take a lot of inspiration from like graffiti artists. Like I don't know if you've heard of like King Robo or like just the old like New York ones from the 90s. And I also like a lot of classicals, Renaissance, like Gentileschi and Caravaggio in that type of area. I think art in my future is like my whole life. Like I already picked it for my career. I think that I can't see myself doing anything else. My dream job with art, I never say I have one because my statement I've always had is I would just want to be in the presence of it. Whether that's making it, just being like around it, helping people do it, or museum curating. Anything with art I think is just fulfilling enough to me. And I just think it's like everything to me. Advice I'd give to younger artists is to always keep at it. Like, not every drawing's gonna be perfect, but you always improve and have your own style with every like thing that you do. And I think it's really nice to just keep at it, you know. I also want to thank my art teachers, you know, Miss Curtis, Mr. Bazzi, and Miss Patrick, because they're always there for me, and they help me with everything I need. And I love them, obviously. And I also want to thank my mom.
My name is Sunan Al-Jawad. For me, I tend to gravitate more towards ceramics because it's a medium I really enjoy working with. I'd say I spend about 5 hours doing my art each week. It really depends on what it is I'm working on. If I am glazing my ceramics piece, that will take me a little bit longer. I'll stay after school, maybe a couple hours, just make sure it's done. I really enjoy working with my hands. It's just something I can feel, I can manipulate it, I can make it however I want it to be. Because it's a 3D form, I don't have to worry about the light or the shadows or anything because it's right there. I tend to gravitate more towards a daily life theme. I like to make things that are functional, useful. I like things to have purpose. I don't really have any artists that inspire me per se. It just kind of runs in the family. My aunt was the senior artist in her year, so I've always been encouraged to do art, no matter what it is. This owl is the bane of my existence. So for some reason, the assignment was to make an animal bowl, and Miss Curtis decided to let me choose an animal that was standing up with 2 legs instead of horizontal. I had to figure out how I was gonna make this work, and she suggested making the head a lid. So I was like, great idea. I was almost done with the head, and what happens, I forget, and I lift it up and the head flies off and smashes half the face. So I had to redo the face. I was very distraught. It gets fired, it's fine, whatever. I start glazing it. The glaze I want to use, for some reason, it's not sticking. Every time I paint a layer on, it chips off. I had to redo the glazing process 3 times on the outside. It finally gets to a decent point. And it's still not perfect. There's still some parts that aren't as glossy as they should be because that's where the glaze flaked off. But I think it turned out really good for how many challenges I had with it. Your art doesn't have to be good. It really doesn't. You just have to enjoy it. It just has to make you feel good. I want to thank my art teacher from elementary school, Miss Bruce, and of course my family members for supporting me, Mrs. Atkinson from middle school, and Mr. Bazzi, Miss Patrick, and Miss Curtis from here in Fordson High School.